afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Thursday, November 11th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll be having a reverse aging health call tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Picture yourself merging with the energy, all of it around you. Become one with everything and embrace the sensual, sacred sweetness of your very innocent existence. And I know that's, kind of for some people to see, understand, merging with everything around you. So it is a state of knowing where you know you're one with everything. It's not through the head, it's through the heart-mind. You absorb that understanding, and it's amazing what will transpire. Whatever suffering is occurring in our lives, remember that it's simply there because we keep dwelling on it. So if we stop entertaining these thoughts and realize that we are the masters who are always manifesting our experiences of reality. You may want to take about 20 minutes and write down and release everything you think is wrong with your life. And as you write it, feel it releasing from your system and proclaim that the opposite thought is now true. Get it out of your system so you can stop thinking about it. See, a lot of times we think about things and we just think about them and we don't do anything about them, and so they keep showing up and we keep thinking about them. So as the more we think about them, the more we literally move that energy into form, create it in reality, and experience it. So once we stop focusing on what's wrong and start thinking about what is right. Now that's a difficult turn for us because we're focused on what's wrong. We don't really think about what's right. And when we're irritated and we're, going through all of the list of situations that we're being confronted with and so on and so forth, we're not really in the mood to think about what's right, what's good. And that's the key. When you stop focusing on what's wrong, no matter what's happening, and it's just it's a challenge to do that. You start thinking about what is right, and your suffering will end. It'll just vanish. So you might, throughout the rest of this day, practice letting go of trying to fix yourself or figure out what's wrong and focus on what's right with it. And practice formulating thoughts that are constructive rather than destructive today. And think only about what inspires you. No matter what, we all have at least one thing that inspires us, that excites us and makes us happy, whenever we think about it. So our thoughts happen for us, not to us. So when we spend our entire day focusing on what an amazing and magnificent life we have, things change, they shift. And it's going into gratitude. If that part of it's difficult, you go into gratitude. You just start picking things up that you're grateful for, no matter how small they are. Maybe because, we don't think about a lot of that because we're consumed with a lot of different challenges that we have in this life. And we're not really in the habit of focusing on gratitude. But I'm telling you, it is the most powerful way to catapult yourself out of the lower rungs and doldrums that we put ourselves in. Because no one puts us there, we do. We do it. Every one of us, none of us are exempt. So we put ourselves in that structure, in that format. So it may be a good idea that when you first wake up in the morning, go into gratitude mode. Go into gratitude mode because you'll forget about it, because things will start your day and you go off here and there and you won't think about it. First thing before you open your eyes, thank you for this day. Before you open your eyes, put your hands on your chest, on your heart, And you don't have to yell it, blurt it out. You could just say it verbally to yourself. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this day. The level of our success is limited only by our imagination. See, a lot of us, our imaginations have been put on the back burner because we've created so much in this life that we have been all guided to believe, so we create what we believe, right? That we lose sight of the fact that we don't have any limitations. We create the limitations for ourselves. In the beginning of any truly awesome adventure in this life, we first need a reason or motivation for going. We need a desire to move us forward no matter what challenges or obstacles may come our way. To find the enlightened manifester within you is like finding a secret palace in the Himalayan mountains that are made of entirely gold and blue diamonds. Now, there is every possibility on this journey that we will be stopped, feel blocked, and become deeply distracted by something more appealing along the way. You know, you're going along, oh, what's that? You must walk over there and check that out. Oh, what's this? It is a great chance that you will be enticed with seeing something so seductive and exciting that you may forget that the Golden Palace existed at all and think it was just some far-off fantasy and call off your entire search to find it. To gather up motivation, each of us, energy and discipline for this 52-mile mountainous adventure on foot, you first need to dive deep inside yourself and ask for real guidance. That's where you're going to find it, inside. Looking within and asking to meet with your unstoppable true nature. If you wish to discover a truly magical life, and that's what all of us have always been seeking, magical life that we love, the first destination is to go deep within you and find that which does not die. What is that? It's your God. It's who you are. Find that which does not die. Pure consciousness, the God of which you are. The journey in the core of your being may seem impossible, since we are already there in some way, yet it is the discovery that always continues to reveal itself in a new and outrageous way. The finding of our deepest inner truth, our authentic selves, and our real true nature is one that we will cherish for lifetimes. When we find our greatest potentiality, every other goal in life seems pale and unlimited energy. This adventure into the core of ourselves, where we will reveal our soul's unlimited energy, is the same place we'll discover the divine power to reap the harvest of our life's greatest dreams. Everything you see, everything that any of us see is a result of our thoughts. Everything. There's no exception to this fact. Course in Miracles. If you understand that deep within your core, everything you see is the result of your thought. There is no exception to this fact. Period. Now, there's people that will argue that. Oh, well, no, I didn't create that. No, you're crazy. Set the intention right now to dive deeper into your innermost core this week, and that each day you'll be going deeper than you've ever gone before. You'll need to know and trust that you can truly relax and be quiet enough to find it. It is the energy of trust that is essential for our highest experience of existence. Totally trusting, and I mean totally trusting, the process of relaxation and letting go of resistance to it is absolutely necessary. It is the free soul. It is that free soul who has unlimited perceptions about reality and no limits on what is actually possible and impossible. This type of mind has to trust existence to survive. Remember that. To access the most magical foundation within your being, you'll simply need to do the easiest thing in the world. Relax and become very still. You'll need to let go of all your efforting and just do nothing. Now, you may think you need to hold your mind still in such a way that it no longer is moving at all. Yet this may only make the mind more jumpy. When you simply practice letting go, letting everything in the universe be exactly the way it is, you'll feel a subtle, calm sensation in your heart. And something will tell you that everything is perfectly okay. Eventually, the mind will relax, and the peace you will find, which will allow you to rest, fall into the innermost core of your being. All of us are pushed that we've got to be doing something. We've got to be doing in this physical material world. We never stop and rest within the core of our being. We don't. And that's the challenge for most of us. The most amazing things manifest in life the very moment you get your mind out of the way and open yourself up to being fully in this eternal moment of now. For some people, a universal understanding of life instantly, I'm not saying for everybody, for some, instantly begins flooding the mind. Your body may feel tight and tense right now. Yet when you relax into the innermost center of your being, you'll find that all tension instantly melts away. The key is to learn how to relax deeper into the now and trust that your soul's true infinite existence will guide you and show you the way to let go and find a greater trust in life. When you trust that the universe never makes mistakes, that it knows no limits to how far it reaches into you, and it's always creating everything totally perfect in every way, you start to see that life is divinely perfect exactly as it is. When you realize the perfection that life already contains, then you will stop fighting it. It is only through the energy of trusting and the divine perfection that you can relax all internal efforting and dive deep enough inside you to access the innermost core of your being. This center of your being is where all your real power is found. It is your real magic wand that can create anything you desire. It is the place where the entire universe you are creating in each moment is designed. It is the place where the entire universe that you are creating in each moment is designed. When you go to where the source of where your thoughts are radiating from, you become the source of life itself. The day you are in touch with the core of what you are, you will be able to grow new roots for stability in your life and branch out into the skies of your true unlimited potentiality. Know that the self is the rider and the body the chariot. The intellect is the charioteer and the mind the rein. The senses say the wise are the horses. The roads they travel are the mazes of desire. The wise call the self the enjoyer when it is united with the body, the senses, and the mind. Bhagavad Gita. Our magical core is buried deep and is hidden beneath layers of beliefs, memories, and ideas about who we are. It is not necessarily at the core of your physical body, yet is at the core of your being. To find this place, your body must be totally relaxed and at ease. When this occurs, your mind and all of its layers of thoughts fall away. You must totally be willing to surrender to this experience of your life in this now moment for total relaxation to take place. When the mind simply lets go of all of its planning, scheming, and efforting, your body naturally becomes completely at ease and your core presents itself to you. It's good to know that your mind is your ticket to either prison or freedom. It's your choice. By understanding that none of us know everything there is to know just yet, we opened our mind to an entirely new world of possibility. One of them is that we are living in a super powerful manifesting vehicle in a multidimensional infinite universe, which has unlimited potentiality and energy to create anything. Let this idea open your mind right now. By understanding that you don't know everything there is to know just yet, you open your mind to an entirely new world of possibility. One of them is that you are living in a super powerful manifesting vehicle in a multidimensional infinite universe, which has unlimited potentiality and energy to create anything. Let this idea open your mind right now. Drop all limited perceptions you used to have about what is possible and what is not. This is the greatest opportunity of a lifetime, to be open to that so that anything is possible. Allow this moment to sink down into your body. Follow it into your deepest, innermost essence, where you can relax and connect with the most fertile soil, your soul. Our core essence is the only place we can experience the truth of who we are. It is where you will know yourself as divine. It is not through a new idea presented by the mind that you'll uncover this awesome discovery. It is only through the heart of your presence, the spiritual source of you, where you can reveal the only thing that is truly real. And it isn't hard to do. It's a simple exploration that only a childlike curiosity can handle. So look deeply inside. You are this true essence already. It is what you've been searching for your entire life. It is so close to you that if you're using the mind at all, you'll miss it. It is so close to you, to each of us, that if we are using our minds, we will miss it. Now, this profound inner experience doesn't happen by thinking about it or trying to make it happen. In fact, it's just the opposite. You drop into it when you have let go of all efforting, completely stop thinking, and simply start resting and relaxing into your innermost being. Excuse me. It's not through your head that the real answers in this life are found. It isn't through our heads that the real true answers in this life are found, but our hearts, that we can experience enlightenment, a cosmic creative energy rushes in the instant we let go of using our brains to try to attain it and relax our bodies into whatever we are right now. Now, you may not understand this completely, yet the greatest opportunity of a lifetime is simply to be, understand this, the greatest opportunity of this lifetime is to simply be here now. When you allow this moment to sink into your body, you become complete with life, and life becomes complete with you. You instantly fall into yourself again and again and again. You discover that your deepest innermost essence was always here. And to connect with it is as simple as passing a rake over the fertile soil, your soul. Simply reach down, touch the dirt, and you'll discover the magical core of your being instantly. You can instantly realize that you are and always were intimately connected with an all-powerful, intelligent energy that is already helping you manifest everything you desire. And yes, you are already magical. You are already a manifesting being who was simply conditioned and programmed by parents, siblings, schools, teachers, TV, and media to think you were not. Once you know that you are very powerful, you don't have to exercise this power. You can simply manifest anything you want at any moment. Since most people around you are most likely still asleep to this knowledge, it will take every bone in your body to create the strength needed to wake yourself up completely to it. Almost every human being on this earth becomes lost in the illusions and beliefs of others. We came into this incarnation with blinding past karma to clear away, and are thus deeply unaware that there is a great divine source emanating already within our very beings. One must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star, Neshki. When the mind is habitually distracted by thoughts constantly getting lost in a vast sea of things, ideas, future concepts, and memories, it forgets the real reason we are here. To find that golden castle hidden deep in the hills. Yet sometimes, even though you may think you are sidetracked, if you have not totally forgotten the possibility that there is a greater power inside you in this now moment, you are almost all the way home. You just need to make it your number one priority if you wish to access it 24 hours a day. And the only way you could possibly miss finding the magical core of your being is by being distracted by some thought inside the mind. There are many things that the mind believes is more amazing and will do anything to get you there. It will want to work harder to get you there. And yet once it arrives, it will doubt that you have arrived. When you are living up in your head, always following the mind, imagining this and that, you will feel lost. This is normal and the right experience for those who live in between their ears. When you are connecting with your innermost magical being, the mind seems like a dry, thirsty desert, and you are already swimming in the vast ocean. When you've arrived at your magical core, you'll notice that the images in your mind will change, yet you always feel connected at your core to the source of life. You'll feel free from the mind, and yet able to use the mind to redirect you back into this magical core essence of who and what you are. Accessing your magical core is not about creating a new experience of you or a bigger understanding of who you are. It's more simple than that. It's all about diving into what your experience of this life is, as it is right now. You don't realize how much you're trapped up in your head. Thoughts are always flying by, and you are still attempting to deal with them. Don't touch the thoughts. Just watch them. Watch them like they were clouds far, far, far away. When life gives you a great challenge, such as how to master your mind, the best way you can meet this divine opportunity is to just feel calm, relaxed, and at ease inside. Know that practicing this in itself will master the mind. The day you can remain truly relaxed all the way to your core, all day long, then you will know that you have arrived. The magical core of your innermost being is found through this infinite dive deeper and deeper and deeper inside you. It is the most sacred and awesome thing you can explore with your life in this universe. Reality comes shining through when you return to what is real. The innermost core of our being is actually the only thing that is real. Everything else is transitory. The mind and its excessive worry-filled imagination is our everyday reality, yet could change as swiftly into a cosmic consciousness with your next breath of air. All it needs is a tiny opening in the door of your being. The very moment your mind has found the source of stillness inside you, you will know this truth. This innermost core of your being is the final frontier where we are here to explore. At the core of you is the spiritual source of existence. It is what gives you life, breathes life through you, and is the reason for all enjoyment, pleasure, and freedom from suffering. It is what you really are when the continuous mind chatter gets quiet, when you truly explore the source from where every little thought arises. You simply experience a unique yet eternal expression of yourself. We'll call our beingness. The result is absolute freedom and the realization that you always had the option to be free from suffering and will have that option forevermore. When you do arrive at the core of your being, you authentically feel in touch with everything in life. This is this 100% honest relationship that naturally happens with others. And you cannot lie to anyone or anything. You are with yourself in a way that you can only speak your greatest possible truth. If you would lie about something, you'd instantly feel a great disconnect and subtle pain with your core. A small fib makes you feel 1,000,000 miles away from home and living on some imaginary cloud made of unstable thoughts. It is only when we speak our truth, dive into feeling the truth of who we are, and live from this radical honesty, that the magical core is naturally revealed. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we care to do, relax our bodies. Do nothing. Breathe. And when you'll know that you've left the mind alone, because you won't feel hurried. You won't feel like you've got to be doing something, that what you're doing right in that moment is a waste of time, that you've got to do this, you've got to do that, you've got to do this, and so on and so forth. It's being in the moment, in the now, focused on the breath, easy in through the nose, easy out through the mouth, and you relax the body. You let go. You are literally letting go. You aren't losing anything. You're letting go of things. So you don't fight them. You walk through them. Any stress, any worry, any fear, walk through it. Here's the key for us. It's the trust for ourselves. It's really no doubts at all. And the deep trust that we have in the God that we are and the universe. We express it and we let it go because it's already being formed. As soon as you send that thought out, it is already being formed. So what does that tell you? Focus, relax, let go. Focus on the breath, relax the body, let go. And you just be. That's all you do. You just sit, you be. And your body will respond. It'll let go. It'll relax. And you've left the mind alone. You've left the ego alone. You left subconscious mind alone. The chatter's gone. And you just are. Feel that permeate the body. Feel the ease. You know, we've all been there. It just comes in. You ever experienced that? It just comes in, and you just feel totally at ease. You're not thinking because you've left the mind alone. Now, people do this, and they aren't consciously aware of it. But you just float. Pick a time where your body naturally was completely relaxed. Were you thinking? Nope, you weren't, were you? Were you entertaining the ego mind? Nope, you weren't, were you? You were just being. You're just floating along. That is our natural state of being. So when we do this, it feels so good. Why wouldn't we do it all the time? Why wouldn't we be in that state all the time? That's the key. This is what we're practicing to do, to be in this state all the time. See, once the mind finds out that you're in total relaxation all the time, it too will go into relaxation. It won't be interested in wanting and having and getting and doing and being. It'll be just kicked back. Then you've mastered the mind. And you can direct it anywhere you want it to go. Because you're in charge. You're in the mastership. You're in the command seat. Now, we all have memories, right? And we reminisce. And anything can spark a song, a conversation, whatever. And it's fun. Because we all have our own library. And that's the subconscious mind. And we can go in there and we can pick up a book and we can review and reminisce and embrace and feel good. And then put the book back on and leave. Now, some of us, we do that, but we don't leave. We do it, but we don't leave. That's why the left pad, the left circle, golden, the shimmering circle, is worn, say, because a lot of people go in the past. Especially around this time with this massive transition of the planet, people go in the past. Visit to them brighter times or happier times. The danger of that is that some of us will stay there so long that we will end up bringing that past into a future that doesn't exist. We will create that future from that past, and we will relive that past in that future. Not a bad thing, but it does have a tendency to set us back. And this is why the people that do that will say to themselves, no matter what we do, we always end up here. The other pad, which is on the right of the center pad, is also worn. It's a golden shimmering, but it's worn. You can see how worn it is because that's the future pad. And a lot of us wander in the future. We go to psychics, we want to get readings, we want to know what's going on, what's going to happen. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? How's it going to happen? Okay? And our attraction to that is external authority telling us what's going to happen, instead of us knowing what's going to happen because we create it every step of the way. By being in the now, stilling the mind and the ego, and being in total relaxation. The answers are there, all of them. But the now, the center pad, that's it. That's where our bliss is. That's where our happiness is. That's where our relaxation is. Have you ever done that? I'm sure you have. On a summer night, you sat out and just sat there. And you would just be. You aren't thinking. You aren't really doing anything but being. And you get that rush that comes up through to the heart. And it's a really good feeling. That's the God that you are. Now, with these bodies, eventually we will become consciously aware to the extent where we will heal the body. When we look in these bodies, and we are not the body, we are not the name, the character, we are the God. So when we look at the body, we see these lights. And there's 7 of them, roughly. It goes to the tailbone to the top of the head. And they call them chakras, and chakra means wheel. And these are beautiful lights, nothing like you would see here on this planet, Earth. And so what are they? They're spiritual, etherical energy. And they're like conduits. And each one is connected to different specific organs of these bodies and emotions and feelings. That's prime understanding. And what we do as the gods that we are, since we are etherical spiritual energy, we flow through them. We're connected to everything in this body down to the quantum quark. But yet we don't know we are, see? So we seek external authority. You might want to try sometime where you just be, where you're just being, right? You're relaxing, you're being. You're not thinking or anything. You might want to just sit and communicate with your body. You'd be amazed on what will happen. in a soft and gentle way. Now we know that the God, the soul, the pure consciousness in these bodies are what we truly are. Omnipotent but powerful. And we also know that those of us who are consciously aware means that we know that we are of and from the highest of the highest, high, the deepest of the deepest, deepest, and the purest of the purest, purest, eternal love, gratitude, peace. And we know the souls that we are, the gods that we are, kingdom of God, the heaven. Come into this body, power the body sustains the gods that we are so that we can literally, in effect, experience physical form. So we're heaven on earth, literally. The God souls that we are, we're heaven, the body is earth, and every step we take, we are creating paradise. Every step, literally. Not only that, we are shining our light. The light of the God that we are. The pure consciousness. And we're blasting everything 360 degrees, 24/7. Wherever you go, you're blasting everyone. Head to toe, inside now. All life, highest supreme value in the universe. Now, if you were to go out in outer space, maybe a couple hundred miles out, and you were to view this planet, you would see that it glowed bright white. And you would also look at the surrounding lights around it in this universe. And you would see that they would dim in comparison to the light that we are. Now, some of us, while in physical form, learn that we are the light, that we are omnipotently powerful beings. So when we do leave the body, we are not trapped by a light that follows us. We know what it is. We are, so to speak, not in the dark about it. So we know we can go anywhere we choose, whenever we choose, when we leave these bodies. We also know that we have parts of the gods that we are that are dormant, that are asleep. And we don't wake them up. They'll come waking up as we gain more and more understanding. So we're talking about the God parts of ourselves that are awake, consciously aware to a certain extent. That's all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And that's the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. That is the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Christ, El Moria, Abundantia, Pel, Da, Yahweh, Yeshua. That includes all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. That includes all of our loved ones who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. It includes all of the off-worlders, galactics, and celestials. Includes all the light energy beings on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. Now they come in shapes, color, sizes, forms, configurations of which we don't see because of the eyes we have with these bodies. We only see 1% of what is. But there is a small group that we're familiar with. And not only that, that parts of this grouping we interact with on a daily basis. And I'm sure you can guess which ones those are. The fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, The elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, mermaid, dolphin, whale, Pegasus, unicorn, centaur, minotaur. Now, the archangels, they're a civilization that vibrated a different frequency than we do. A different frequency than we do. We don't see them like we see each other. But they do, you know, there's times where they'll come by and they'll be an angel, but they'll look like us. And they'll make just one simple comment. Other times we meet with them, but we don't know that they're an angel. So, and in a way, we're all angels. So, we kind of shrug it off. Other times, though, it's just no way. We realize that was an angel that I communicated with, that I talked with. And you feel blissful about it. Now, they have the same message that they deliver to all of us as they have for lifetimes, but it's delivered in so many different ways. So what we end up doing is we begin to recognize, isn't it absolutely magna-glorious, stupendous, spectacular to be alive in these bodies? And that's bliss. They can surround any one of us in the tens of thousands or tens of millions. Because of their vibrational frequency, they can hold a large number in a small area. Now, the Ascended Masters, they have mastered ascending into physical. They've mastered physical. They've also mastered it leaving physical, ascending into pure consciousness, God form. We are mastering physical. We have ascended into physical. We're mastering physical. We are creating our experiences to perfect our creations. Now, the off-worlders, the galactics, the celestials, we're only familiar with a handful of them. Over 1,000 species travel through the solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universes every day. And the ones that we know of, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the felines, Zeta Reticuli, the Anunnaki, the Nords, the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian. This particular group has been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. Now, we're all gathered, so to speak, arm in arm, hand in hand, in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And we are all God. We are all love. And we are all one. And we continue to intensify with our God force, love, light, energy, and we continue to expand. We immediately form a circle of light around the equator of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. This light emanates from deep within us, the gods that we are. The kingdom of God, the God source. This is the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest deepest, and the purest of the purest purest, eternal love, gratitude, peace. And we're flooding this planet 24/7, nonstop. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe, head to toe. We begin to ascend above the planet, and we're immediately met with this massive ocean of glitter. It's everywhere. It's flashing. Trillions and trillions of multicolored lights, and lights we've never seen before. And we're curious because from afar it looks like one of those ballroom mirrored globes. But this one is like 1 trillion times more intense and 1 trillion times larger. So out of curiosity, we go closer and we discover that the reflection points are these perfectly etched, tiny, microscopic mirrors. And so we enter them and we see that all of us gathered, consciously aware, that we're teaching each other, that we're learning from each other all the time. No matter what we're housed in, no matter what our consciousness is housed in, okay? No matter. We're learning. We're teaching. We're experiencing. How fun is that? It's great. Learn from a bug in a rug, a spider on the wall, a dog, a cat, a coyote, a bird, a squirrel. But see, we're so distracted. We're so busy. We're so busy with the world that we create outside of ourselves, the distraction, the physical, the material. So we never take the time to discover the life that we're all part of, no matter how it's housed. It is absolutely phenomenal that we have this throughout this endless journey. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we created, that we are the power of healing. Picture that, emerald green, healing, flaming light, engulfing your entire body from head to toe, inside and out. You'll see it. You'll feel it. We are then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that we created that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We are then met with the white fire, the column of light that we created that reminds us all that we are imbued from head to toe, inside and out, with this white fire armor. It comes from, it emanates from the God force, love, light, energy that we all are. Now, it can't be penetrated. We are protected 24/7. No demon possession, no attachments, no lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies. They can't come near us with a higher frequency. It's common knowledge that a low frequency comes into a higher frequency field, it is destroyed. Yet, only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough, whether consciously or unconsciously, through hatred, greed, anger, fear, hurriedness, envy, revenge, worry, deception, dishonesty, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. And then there's a lot of new possibilities. Demon possession, attachment, lower dark matter, survival matter frequency happenings. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with a double column of light that we created to remind us all. The first part of the column of light is the purple transmuting flame. We created this column of light to remind us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them to pure consciousness where they are no more. Then the other part of the column of light is the violet ray. We created this part of the column of light to remind us all that we can bring in the violet ray. We can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor and restoring our vibrational harmony. And the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest deepest, and the purest of the purest purest, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We are then met by the golden white pink light. This is a column of light that we created to remind us all, the gods within these bodies, that we are the sun. We are the sunlight. We are the sun rises and the sun sets. We are the rainbows, rain. We are the skies, the clouds. We are the mountains. We are the forests, the trees, the soils, the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams, the animals. We're everything. Everything is us. So the next time that you're viewing a sunset or a sunrise, you say, look at that. Or any view, starlit night sky, rainbow, rainstorm. Instead of what we always do is say, isn't that beautiful? You miss the understanding. You are beautiful. You are the divine. You're the majesty. You're the splendor. You're the glory. So when you see that, that is the M that I am. That is the God that I am. Watch what happens. We're not talking about ego here. We're talking about pure, deep, eternal love. We continue to ascend above the planet, and some of us decide to step outside our physical form and hover effortlessly above them, if we're carrying physical form. And why do we do this? Because we can. We come into full contact with this massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower. It's larger than the solar system and beyond. Now, in the column itself, we see a massive oblong sphere. In the center of the sphere is a golden white ball of light. The golden white ball of light is surrounded with numerous multicolored rings of colored light. And they're all sending a massive, it's like a mist, and it's sparkling, and it looks like it's got like electric energy, and it absorbs into us, and it's like a warm embrace that never ends. Now the golden ball, the golden white ball of light, is the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest deepest, and the purest of the purest purest. Eternal love. Then comes gratitude, peace, well-being, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss and joy, tranquility, benevolence, great prosperity, great abundance, and it's never ending. And then we discover that it is actually a reflection of the gods that we are. Now, at the top of this column, we designed it so that the golden ocean can come cascading down 24/7, as it's doing right now. It never ends. And this is the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, and the purest of purest purest, eternal love. Eternal love. And it's flooding all of us, 24/7. It never ends. It's constantly saturating us. You can see it. You can tap into it. Just be still. Focus on the breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth, and just be. Now, we're drops of this golden ocean. We also hold the essence of this golden ocean. Golden ocean is a drop. Drops are the golden ocean. The only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere. It's that center circle. We all created this sphere moving towards 4 years ago. It holds over 1,600 of our meditations in perpetual motion. What are these meditations? Where do they go? They intensify and they expand. They don't dissipate. They don't disappear. They do the opposite. You imagine that? All of us gathered, hundreds of millions of us, on and off world, every day, focusing on this little blue planet, Earth Gaia Arya, and this now for its complete liberation into the higher of the highest high frequencies of pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. And we're flooded in it all those meditations are ascending, saturating all of us, inside and out, head to toe. Because it is the gods that we all are. You feel it, experience it. The mind is always busy focusing on something. It is stuck in an automatic and unconscious perpetual shift of attention. It has been busy your whole life and desperately needs a vacation. Your exercise for today is to not focus on anything. Get a timer and for 3 minutes practice having no focus at all. To prepare yourself for this feat, it's best that you sit down, lean against a wall, and relax every muscle in your body. Once your body is at ease, simply experience your own presence. If your mind starts to dream, think, and wander, reset the clock and start over. Do not push your attention onto or off of anything. The mind cannot focus on not focusing. Just be in a deep let go and surrender to your own presence. Be completely present to the presence inside of you. Surrender to the continuous experience of your presence, and that the universe will provide you with everything you've been searching for your entire life. Once you stop focusing completely for a few solid minutes, you will empty yourself out, be filled with the highest possible awareness you can imagine. I'll join you in the meditation, return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose, and an easy breath out through the mouth. Move easily and slowly. There is no more need to be stuck. The same old stagnant patterns of our minds are a delusion. We are not stuck anywhere. So we wake up. We are divine beings of God. Make the commitment to ignore that old path of lacking money, love, empowerment, and freedom. Don't you already feel hopeless and pathetic enough? Again, for today, practice saying yes to the experience of having access to love, joy, and total freedom. Choose to feel free in your work or lack of work. Choose to feel free in your amazing relationships on your lack of amazing relationships. Or choose to feel free in your health or your lack of health. Commit yourself to feeling free, because we are all free to feel, imagine, think, and believe anything that we want. So just claim it today. This is all of our freedoms. We are free to say out loud right now, I am the God force, powerful, alive, and free. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and into the following morning. And we will return here Friday, November 12th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call, and 9 p.m. Eastern to continue our reverse aging health call.